Hello everybody, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Thanks for joining us here on YouTube. Be sure to check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for everything Royal Caribbean related. We are live here every Monday. We are live right here on YouTube. Check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for plenty more Royal Caribbean news, information, fun, advice, plenty more waiting for you when we're not here live over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. But as I mentioned, every Monday, we're right here hanging out, talking with all of you. Hope you're having a great week so far. Good start to the week as we settle in to answer as many Royal Caribbean cruise questions as I can possibly throw at you right here. So welcome. We've got Sarah Baker, our first chatter in. Welcome, Sarah. Glad to see you here. Happy Monday to you. I know it's funny, the chat starts off a little slow and then Elizabeth Taylor, saw your blog by Cocoa Beach Club that there are day beds near the pool. How do those day beds cost money? No, first come, first serve. How many are there? Like 3 or 4. You just got to get off the ship early enough. You'll have no problems. Mr. Matty, welcome. You can say hi one time. I see you. Welcome. Destroyer, how was the cruise? Brother, it was amazing. You guys may or may not know, I was on Mariner of the Seas for a 4-night cruise last week. Chris Schultz, hello and welcome. Egg Top Hat. JJ in the house. Little Nils is here. Shay is here. Hello, Shay. Hope you're doing well. Jose Pena is here. Mrs. Johnson. We got Marissa711. Toya. Alfonso. Tina, the cruising librarian. Tina, that is officially my new favorite name on YouTube. Love it. Tim Gallagher. Yo. Guys, let's start today's live broadcast with the most important question. How many days until your next Royal Caribbean cruise? Type your countdown in chat right now. I think I am at 34 days until my next cruise, which is Harmony of the Seas spring break. Can't wait for that. Ron Ladowski is here. We got Wendy in the house. Kathy Furtak is here. Rich Schroeder. Caroline Nault is here. Stuart Hellman, welcome. Juan Thames is here. Susan Westfall. Hello, Susan. Hope you're doing well. Got Rosewater. Got all our friends hanging out. And you know what, guys? We're here to answer your cruise question. So if I can answer your cruise question, please feel free to type it in chat right now. Mike Pastor, I am feeling better. Yeah. Sometimes my voice cracks a little bit still, but I am over the weird cold I've had for the last couple days. Vivian, hello and welcome. Dominique Perrier, 70 more days. Nice. Stephanie Renee, 149. Charles at 21 days till Brilliance. I love Brilliance of the Seas. Nathan's got 173 till Oasis of the Seas. Awesome. Debbie going for your very first cruise April 27th. Which cruise are you on that day? Katie going on her first cruise 33 days till Liberty of the Seas. What a fantastic ship. And when it comes to sail away, what you should do is go to the helipad for sail away. It's a great spot. Not a lot of people know about that. So there's my little tip for you on Liberty of the Seas. Jim, I believe next cruise will be New Year's, letting the virus chaos slow a bit before booking. Don't even worry about that, dude. It's a big nothing. It's just the media trying to generate ratings. Cruising Q, any suggestions on Bermuda excursions? By far the most popular thing to do is go to Horseshoe Bay. That's the pink sand beach on Bermuda. Really popular. You can also go to Hamilton or St. George. These are 2 cities in Bermuda. You can take ferry rides over there. There's culture. There's dining. There's shopping to do there. There's a little more history and more to do around St. George, but Hamilton's a lot closer. Both are accessible via some really convenient ferry rides right from the Royal Dockyard where your cruise ship will be docking. We have our first super chat of the day. Shauna Lee coming in with the super chat. 6 days till Oasis of the Seas. Your tips have been invaluable. Thanks for what you do. Appreciate that. Thank you, Shauna. Appreciate your super chat. And I'm really glad to hear that all these tips are actually helping you out. Oasis, fantastic ship. My goodness, they did such a great job with that amplification. You are going to love it. The GOAT, do I get discounts on cruises? The same as you do. I don't get anything special if that's what you're asking. Let's see here. Marissa, not going now because of the coronavirus. Royal Caribbean was in May, ship out of New Jersey. Worried this was our first cruise canceling tomorrow. You should not cancel. Don't do this for coronavirus. There's no coronavirus in the U.S. There's absolutely no reason for you to cancel. I'm going to be honest with you, Marissa. I'm going to give you straight talk right now. You would be silly to cancel it for that reason. There's about a lot of other reasons you might consider, like influenza, but not coronavirus. Do not cancel. Let's see here. Debbie, I reserved it all wrong before I found you for night cruise. Well, that sounds like maybe you got it all good. And by the way, guys, you don't have to type your same question like 8 times. Just type it once. Give me a little bit of time. If I get to it, okay. If I don't, feel free to type it again. Grace, got a cabana at Cocoa Beach Club. Do we have to make reservations or can lunch be brought to us? If you have a cabana, they bring it to you. Your waiter will do it for you. You can go to the restaurant if you want to, but the waiter will bring it to you. Andrew in for any suggestions for shore excursions in St. Thomas. Go to Megan's Bay. Megan's Bay. Just take a taxi over there. You're good to go. Let's see here. Jan Major, 2 more days till Ovation. Nice. Dennis, you're dear man. Okay, cool. Andrew wants to know any suggestions where's Andrew's question there? I don't know about that. Nisa, have you heard they've docked Anthem due to the virus? Yeah, but that's already gone. She's already on her way. It was big nothing. There was no virus on Anthem. The news media freaked out over nothing. So, Andrew, I missed your question. I apologize. The chat just went right past me. Alexander, what is my Crown and Anchor status? Diamond Plus. Diamond Plus. Preston wants to know, will Freedom of the Seas be getting the new messaging service during their refurbishment? Freedom will be getting the new app as part of it, but the chat service is still not going to be ready for the rest of the fleet. Right now, it's only available on Harmony and Alert until further notice. We're waiting to see on that one. Roz, bumper cars and ripcord on Anthem was a blast. Absolutely. Midge, any suggestions for excursions, Kings Wharf, Bermuda, early June? Same as I said earlier, Midge. Going over to, oh my God, the beaches. Horseshoe Bay is a fabulous thing to do. That's what I would recommend. Anthony, how was your cruise and how was Cocoa Beach Club? Awesome and amazing. In that order. Scott, is it worth paying the extra for the Cocoa Beach Club? Scott, when I went, I paid $80 for it. At $80, absolutely worth paying for it. However, now it's like $199. That's a lot of money. I'm not so sure about that one. 12th Man Pride, do you think that it's fair that Royal Caribbean banned all Chinese and Hong Kong passport holders? Well, it's irrelevant. You know why? Because they just rescinded it. I just posted about, I don't know, half an hour ago, 12th Man, that they've reverted the policy. You're good to go. Let's see here. Heather, have you ever been on adventure? I've not been on adventure, but I have been on their sister ships. Mariner, Navigator, and Explorer. Fantastic. You will love Adventure of the Seas. Debbie wants to know, if you find prices dropped, where's Debbie's question? You cancel and rebook, keep the same room. I just meant you said first timers should do 7 to 8 days. Yeah. Oh, I got you. Debbie, if you had a refundable cruise fare, you can do that. There's no penalty. If you had non-refundable, you're going to incur a fee over there. We have our next super chat, Justin Wisher. Thank you, Justin. Justin writes 100 days till Adventure of the Seas and 433 until Anthem of the Seas. Awesome. Awesome cruises coming up. Sharon, how's Mr. Sancho's for an excursion in Cozumel? I like it a lot. I went there 2018 for Thanksgiving. It was a great place to go. I will say that I prefer 2 other places over Mr. Sancho's, Nachicocum and or El Cosmolino. The reason being, I feel like it's a little more intimate in those places than Mr. Sancho's. Mr. Sancho's is a big operation. It's a good place. If you already booked it, don't like freak out. You picked a good one. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of me like saying, you know, that New York strip, it's good, but I like filet mignon steak. You know what I mean? Kim Oakland, planning a cruise from Baltimore to Bermuda. Should we go ahead and go on Grandeur or wait and go on the ship replacing it, which escapes me right now? Oh, Enchantment of the Seas? Either or. They're very similar more than anything. So. Ben Tran wants to know, do I recommend going on older ships? Absolutely, yes. There's nothing wrong with ships that are not brand new in the fleet. I think Royal Caribbean offers a lot of different activities and things to do, and each ship has its own little DNA to it, its own offerings, options, things to do. And you know what? I do recommend the older ships. I would tell you, if it's your first cruise, like you've never cruised before, I generally try to point people towards Oasis or Quantum class ships. They're they're the newest in the fleet. They offer the latest and greatest. Hard to go wrong there. But if you've been on a cruise or two, absolutely check out some of the smaller, older ships. Juan L'Oreal is here. Welcome. Ron Ladowski, have you heard anything about the upcoming Icon class? Absolutely, positively, Ron, zero news about the Icon class. I mean, nothing. Zilch. Not since it was like announced, basically. And I think that's by design. Caroline, going on an adventure in 100 days. Where should I eat at San Juan, Puerto Rico for authentic Puerto Rican food? LG Burrito. EL space JIBARITO. LG Burrito. Very good, authentic Puerto Rican food. if you've got people with you that don't like authentic food, they want to have like a burger or something, Raices, Raices is a good choice. Brian Florida wants to know, what's the attire for the dinner dining room? Jeans okay, khaki shorts. Jeans are fine. I think if you wear jeans, nice jeans, no holes in them, I think you're good to go right there. Justin Wisher, Caroline, okay, you're talking to Caroline, sorry, Justin. Brandon Chandler, he wrote, hey Matt, question mark. Not to be a worrywart, but are there any more worries about coronavirus? You really hate to have the cruise canceled because of it. Brandon, unless you're cruising out of China, if we're talking North America, I would say the chances of coronavirus are so slim, so unrealistic, you should not worry about it at this time. You should worry about a lot of other things, not coronavirus. Shayna wants to know, is the key worth it? In my opinion, I don't think it is. We did a video about it you want to check out a couple weeks ago where I kind of went through the motions of why I don't recommend it. Check out that video. I think it'll give you some good information. I just think that in general, you can do well. You can do without it. You can still go about it. We've got a super chat coming in from Kim Oakland, who writes, Kim writes, thanks for all your tips. Kim, thank you so much for that. Holy moly. And, MJ with a giant super chat. Look, my voice is cracking. Thanks for all the advice and for updating Royal Caribbean blog a lot. Was like my Bible for a first-time cruiser. Loved Rhapsody this season despite some rough seas. Booked 3 more cruises. Love that. MJ, thank you for the super chat. Any updates or news on Freedom? No updates. It's progressing until we hear otherwise on schedule. We'll have more information as soon as it comes back out of dry dock there. But MJ and Kim, thank you guys for the super chat right there. Elizabeth Pelto wants to know if the key got sold out. Can I get on a waiting list? I don't know if a waiting list exists for the key. I'll be honest. You don't need it. You don't need it. I know this is a little self-serving for me to say, Elizabeth, go check out my video I did on it a couple weeks ago. But truly, I go through exact piece by piece why it's just you can get around the key, even if you've never cruised before, and still be able to enjoy a lot, not quite all, of the benefits. And the ones that aren't included or you can't get to aren't as good as it sounds. So check out that video right there. Chris Knows Cruises going on Oasis March 29th. Do they for sure have WoW bands? Yes, absolutely. There is absolutely WoW bands. The Royal Caribbean app works on there as well. But yes, I seen it with my own peepers. Carissa wants to know, how does taking wine on board work? Do I put it in my carry-on? Do I bring a bottle opener? Also, 5 days till Harmony. You don't need a bottle opener. Royal Caribbean will do it for you. No problem there. You put in your carry-on luggage. That is the key. You just put it in your carry-on luggage. Up to 2 bottles per stateroom. Holy moly! Ooh! 12th man proud with an epic super chat. Ooh! Holy moly, dude. Thank you so much. 12th man proud. My goodness, you are way too generous, my friend. Way too generous, but thank you. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Ben, what activities are there on Liberty? My goodness, you got a ton. You got the rock climbing wall. You got water slides. You got the tidal wave water slide. You've got Flow Rider. You've got the Royal Promenade with all the shopping and things to do on there. You've got Chops Grill. You've got Sabor. You'll have trivia every day. My advice, if you're really looking for a breakdown of all the activities, is look at a past cruise planner. We have an archive of past cruise planners, Ben, over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. And our main menu, it says Cruise Compasses. I say Cruise Planner, I really meant Cruise Compasses. Cruise Compasses and our main menu. Click on that, and you'll find that right there. Calvin, I believe you're not allowed to bring metal detectors on there. And Calvin, again, you don't need to type the same thing 800 times, dude. Like, just one message. Give me some time. I get around to a lot of them, you know? Chris, you are very welcome. Heather, if beach cabanas are sold out on Labadee, do you know if there is a chance there might be one open up when we get on the ship? Yes, Heather. So when you get on the ship, go to the shore excursion desk and ask about a wait list. I haven't put on it. Sometimes it's come through, other times not. Bianca, will be riding the new Odyssey of the Seas this year. Yes, indeed. I have the inaugural 4-night booked. Travis Kissner with a super chat. Travis, thank you so much. My first cruise, 28 days to Liberty of the Seas. Can't wait. Thanks for all the information you provided to get me ready. Travis, you are going to love Liberty. There's a lot of people going on Liberty today, and you're going to love that. Amy wants to know, do you know if it's possible to get a key that is valid to get into multiple rooms? Yes, absolutely, Amy. Go to guest services on board. Tell them exactly the situation you got. Probably got kids or family. They'll give you a room-only SeaPass card. Let's see here. John White, I got a question. Is there a place to get a cigar on Harmony of the Seas? I missed your question earlier, John. I apologize about that. The answer is yes, but I don't know where. I know I've seen it before, dude. At the very least, I'm pretty sure the duty-free shop sells some in there. I could be wrong, but I think over there. Calabruni, is there a place to watch sports games? Yes. Which ship are you going on? It'd be easy for me to answer that question for you. Craig, can you bring on board your own plastic straws? Absolutely. Dominic, trying to book your first cruise ever, having a hard time. What are your 3 favorite ships and been on and why? Harmony of the Seas, Navigator of the Seas, but I would recommend for you Anthem of the Seas as well. So I'm going to tell you 3 ships, but honestly, your first cruise, you should book Harmony. You should book either Harmony, Oasis, Allure, Symphony, or Anthem. I'm assuming you live in North America. But I always recommend an Oasis or Quantum class ship and a 7-night cruise for your first cruise. The reason being, they offer the latest and greatest, they offer the greatest variety of things to do on board, and a 7-night cruise is important for a first-timer because you haven't cruised before. You don't know yet what you like, what you don't like, and a 7-night cruise will offer you a good mix of sea days and port days. I really feel like that's the way to go right there. Michael is here. What's up, Michael? Any news or personal wish list for items for the next phase of Coco Key development? Ooh. I have no news to share. This would be purely wishing. What would I want? I mean, I almost want them to put a lazy river so I can stop getting questions about, is there a lazy river at Perfect Day, Coco Key? There's not. What would I really add? I mean, obviously the water park expansion, Michael, is all but guaranteed. I mean, trust me, they're going to expand that water park. That's going to be the next thing. Nicholas, is 150 Central Park worth it? Absolutely. It's one of the best restaurant experiences on Royal Caribbean. Hunt, are the South Beach cabanas the same as, I think it was there before? Yes, Hunt, I just actually posted on our message boards photos of them. If you can't find them, send me a message on Facebook. I'm happy to send you photos. I stopped by right before I left Coco Key last week, took a picture of them. But they look exactly the same as Chill Island. Ron, can you buy the beach towels at Coco Beach Club? No, you cannot. There's no means of which to buy them. Let's put it that way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Can't buy it, but... Jess, is the unlimited dining package worth it? On shorter sailings, I think so. As they get longer, though, you get, like, food fatigue. I do it on 4-night cruises, Jess, and what happens is the dinners are fine. It's the lunches, man. Like, when you do, like, especially dinner, or especially restaurant lunch and a dinner in the same day, let me put it this way, you're not hungry. And it starts to stack up on each other, you know? Ken's and Makeup, we're going on March 13th on Symphony. While on there, want to book an Alaska cruise for next year. What type of discount is there? There's no discount. You just get extra onboard credit. I'm going to tell you something right now. Do not wait to book it. Book it now. Booking on board, what they're going to tell you is it's going to be the same price as here at home. The difference is that they're going to give you free onboard credit. You say, well, okay, well, I'm going next month. Like, matter of weeks, Matt. Why don't I just wait to book it on board the ship? The reason is the price can go up between now and then, negating any of those of the onboard credit you're getting. You know what I mean? Book it now, lock in the price. That is the way to go. Let's see here. Monty Love, being a diabetic, can I bring my own candy? Absolutely. Michael Gonzalez, Hess, my first cruise on Anthem in 13 days. You know if the virus pushing that back? No, you're on schedule, my friend. And by the way, there was no virus on there. Just to be clear, let me be really clear. There was ever any coronavirus on Anthem of the Seas. The made it up. They heard a rumor. Somebody told them, hey, there's some people that are of Asian descent that are sick on here. Must be coronavirus. Literally, they got like a hot tip from some misinformed guest, and they ran with it as news. No coronavirus. No impact. They're going as scheduled once they get back. Ainsley, you the man. Thank you, Ainsley. 41 days till your second time on Symphony. Nice. Heather Hoynes, on Embarkation Day, do the specialty restaurants ever offer a special for just that day? Sometimes they do. It really depends, Heather. I can't tell you definitively, yes, Heather, they will, or no, Heather, they won't. It kind of depends on how things go. Here's my advice. If you want to dine at more than one specialty restaurant and don't want to pay full price, buy a dining package. But Heather, if you're saying, look, Matt, I don't have anything booked right now, I'm just looking for a deal out there. Keep your eyes peeled. There can sometimes be promotions. Look for, Heather, here's another tip. If you're on the ship and you see somebody walking around with like menus, be like, hey, would you consider eating at a specialty restaurant tonight? Ask them, say, yes, I would, but what special can you offer me? Bingo, that's how you get a great deal right there. Rosewater, is there stores on Oasis? There are indeed. There's Royal Caribbean merchandise shops. There's retail shops. I don't know. There is, actually, I was going to say I don't know the names of them, but I know for certain there is a Tiffany's on board. 12th man, do they have a refrigerator for medication? Where would that be if they do? They do. You need to request it. You want that special needs form. Just Google Royal Caribbean special needs form. 12th man, you'll see that over there. MJ, can you leave your kids in daycare on board while we do an excursion? Yes, I've done it multiple times, and my kids are, I think, still in my house. Diane, buying a case of water, what's my opinion? You can bring up to 12 bottles or cans, whatever, of non-alcoholic beverages, such as water, on board your cruise. I would start there at the very least. David and Jeannie in Texas, are we allowed to bring homemade wine corked like a regular store-bought bottle? You know, the rules, I think you can. I mean, it doesn't have to be sealed. Royal Caribbean just simply says it needs to be 750 milliliters wine. As long as it's wine, not liquor, I don't see why not. Andy, how does the muster drill work? At a designated time, you are required to report to your muster station. It's written on the bottom of your SeaPass card. You'll see the number and letter. You go there, they'll tell you where to go, and you just stand around and they pretend. It's like kind of like the safety drill on an airplane, but for a cruise ship. Lasts about half an hour or so. James, did I give Jobu his rum today? You know, I should go rub his belly or something. Got Jobu in the back. Who's Jobu? Jobu's in the background. You ever saw Major League? He's right there. It's from the movie. If you haven't seen the movie Major League, it makes no sense to you. Kathy Hanna, ever been on Empress these? I have not. What are the perks for a junior suite? Essentially, you get a bigger room. You get double crown and anchor points. Your room is larger. Your balcony is larger, which is relatively speaking on Empress. You get upgraded toiletries in your bathroom, a full-size tub, walk-in closet. That's pretty much it. A priority embarkation and disembarkation. Zilla, is there any special preparation from Royal Caribbean to avoid coronavirus? Yes, we have the full details about what their screening process over on RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Front page, they have a screening process they've instituted along with enhanced sanitization processes on board the ship. Joe Del Zambrano, we just got back from Allure of the Seas a week ago. We had a fabulous time. Joe Del, what was your favorite thing about Allure of the Seas? Cheryl, what's the best thing to do on board Jewel of the Seas? I love the dining, great specialty dining on board Jewel. I love the schooner bar. Schooner bar is my favorite thing to do. Check that out. Spend some time in there, especially in the evening with the piano player. Just what is a muster drill? Muster drill is a safety drill. So everybody's got to do it on the first day of their cruise. JC Crab 12. What are the perks of a Grand Suite on Freedom Class? You obviously get the bigger, everything I said about the Junior Suite. You also get access to the Concierge Lounge and the Concierge Host over there. It's a special place on board the ship you can go to. In the evening, there's complimentary alcoholic beverages. Michael, do I have a packing guide for Royal Caribbean blog? I don't. I have one I've been working on, but I haven't published it yet. It's like 80% done. I hope to get it out sometime soon. Is that Alf? Yes, I got my whole 80s corner back here, guys. I got Alf, I got Teddy Ruxpin, I got Blockbuster Video, I've got Speak and Spell. Cheapo's not from the 80s, but, you know, whatever. He's just cool to be over there. I have a Demogorgon over there. Jobu. Joe, how many Royal points do you currently have? I think I'm at 308, and I think Super Mario has about 8,000, so I think I got a little bit of ways to go over there. Loretta, I understand the Royal Caribbean has a credit card. What's the benefits for it? Essentially, you get extra points, rewards points, when you use that credit card to book Royal Caribbean stuff, whether it's cruise planners or, you know, like drink package purchases or actual cruise itself. I'll be honest, I don't have the Royal Caribbean credit card. I think there are more lucrative credit card reward programs out there, but none that give you free cruises. That's really the benefit of that credit card, is you can earn free cruises. Chad, what massage services would you recommend? Oh, Hot Stone. Go for that one. You'll love that quite a bit. Be Kind, Rewind. Absolutely. Thank you, Chris Knows Cruises. Appreciate it. Marcus, if we have 2 staterooms on the same unlimited dining reservation, do we have to dine at the same time? No, absolutely not. You can go whenever you like to. Juan, what made you choose Royal Caribbean over other cruise lines like Norwegian or Carnival? That's a great question, Juan. Essentially, I cruise on Royal Caribbean, A. I really like what they offer, but I really always thought, and I still feel, that Royal Caribbean is in that sweet spot of what you pay versus what you get. Other cruise lines may be cheaper, but you don't get as much as Royal gives you. Other cruise lines might give you more than Royal does, but they cost a lot more. I feel like Royal's right in that sweet spot. Does Jewel of the Seas have a Diamond Lounge? They do, Lawrence. Yes. Nicholas Bell, how early should I arrive on embarkation day? I would say before 11:30 a.m. I tell people between 10:30 and 11:30. You're good to go over there. Sophie Burns, what's up, Sophie? Have I stayed in the Ultimate Family Suite? I have not stayed in it, but I have been in it. It's cool. There's a lot going on in there, to say the least. Michael, it'd be amazing for you to interview Super Mario. You know what's interesting? We actually do have an interview with Super Mario on RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. My good friend Michael Poole did an interview with him a number of years ago. It's still on the blog over there if you want to check that out. Carl wants to know, can you use the Starbucks app on Royal ships? You can. You can use the app to pay for drinks. You can use the app, obviously, when you pay for them, you'll earn stars back. However, you may not redeem those stars for a free drink. That's the only restriction. But otherwise, yes, you can use the app on board. Let's see here. Richard, what is the Broadway show on the amplified Oasis of the Seas? Cats! Now and forever in the Winter Garden Theater. Call Telecharge. No, it's Cats. Let's see here. Good questions, by the way. April, do kids have to be potty trained to go into Splashaway Bay on the Oasis class ships? There is an area for kids that are in diapers still. So most of Splashaway Bay is for, yes, kids that need to be 100% potty trained. No swim diapers. But there is a small area for kids in diapers who may go in there. Andy, does Royal Caribbean still partner with DreamWorks? They do not. No. Ashley, Royal Up, how much we bid for Navigator, Junior Suite, Grand Suite, 2-bedroom, etc.? Whatever you're comfortable with. I really can't tell you. Number one, just because you're getting Royal Up doesn't mean there's actually a Royal upgrade opportunity. That's probably the most misleading thing about Royal Up. You get the email and you're like, wow, look at all these rooms to upgrade to. Doesn't actually mean those rooms are available. Royal Caribbean uses Royal Up as a backup. If someone cancels, then they go, aha, let's go see who made a bid. And they go from there. But, again. Lil Pockets, our cruise got turned upside down on the Anthem because of the virus. Full refund coming, got a book again. I'm really sorry, Lil Pockets. I feel bad for you and everyone else whose vacations were ruined by the media for running a story that was absolutely 100% false. There was no coronavirus on there. MJ with a super chat. Forgot to say you were right. Tampa dropped off and eating in the Windjammer within 15 minutes. So easy. MJ, thank you for the super chat. And man, cruising out of Tampa is so easy, isn't it? Man, I love it. Let's see here. Diego, what's going on with Wonder of the Seas? It'll debut sometime next year, but no news to report. Jamie, I'm on the March Harmony cruise with you. Hope to see you on board. Jamie, if you see me, please say hello to me. Would love to meet you. Wendy, a while ago you mentioned a good mall in Miami to go to. Oh, Aventura Mall. Aventura. Aventura Mall. That's where I would recommend. Also, it's not a mall, but it's a lot of shopping to do. Los Olas Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale is also a decent place. Jess, what's better, staying in a suite or in a balcony? Well, suite, but, I mean, I wouldn't pay any price for that. It really depends how much more the suite is. More often than not, Jess, I stay in a balcony. Meredith, do they offer any special packages at Perfect Day at Coco Key? Sometimes they'll offer discounts if you purchase things before the cruise, like water park admission, as an example. Aviation Kid, what's my favorite cruise I've ever taken? You know what, Aviation Kid? I am legally obliged. You'll know this when you get a little older. You have to say that your favorite cruise was your honeymoon. In my case, that was my case. My honeymoon cruise was officially my favorite cruise I've ever taken. Faija, how does Oasis compare to Symphony after amplification? You know, there are some things I like about Oasis better. There's some things I like Symphony better. But they're not to say one. I don't know. I wouldn't go out here and say, you know what, Oasis is superior or Symphony superior. There are things I like about them both. Sophie will be on a Mariner December 14th, 2020. I will not. Jackson, should I do Star Class? If you could afford it, sure. What a great way to cruise, but I wouldn't pay any price for it. Joyce, are suites always on the upper decks? It's a good question. I think there are some that'll go, probably the lowest you'd probably get is like deck 6 or 7. Depends on the ship. But you'll never get them on like deck 2 or 4 or something like that. That's just not going to happen. Because you need the balcony. And the other thing is, if you're worried about being seasick, stay towards mid-ship. I don't know that if you're staying on deck 9, you would really be able to tell that much of a difference. You're never going to get a suite on deck 2 or 4 or something like that. So my advice is go for just midship. You're in the middle, you're good. That's the most important thing right there. Nicholas is North Star and extra charge, not in North America, only in China. Jane Butcher with a super chat. Jane, thank you very much. Best place to stay in Port Canaveral, 233 days till Harmony of the Seas. The Radisson is really well recommended in Port Canaveral. I've stayed at 2 different resorts that are good for like multiple day stays. Jane, I like the Holiday Inn Cape Canaveral Resort. Holiday Inn Express Cape Canaveral. No, try that again. Holiday Inn Resort Vacations Cape Canaveral is beautiful, but it's you really need to go through more than one day. But the Radisson and the there's another one. Radisson. There's another hotel. Excuse me. But the Radisson's great. That's where I would kind of lean towards. Papa Mozo, why do you say Coco Key instead of Coco K? Because the Bohemians pronounce it Coco Key, and out of respect for them, I say Coco Key. Chris Eppolito in the house. What's up, Chris? I've heard the Freedom Upgrade will include it being on the Royal Caribbean app. Has that been the case with other recent revamps? Yes, and that's why you're hearing that. Daisy, is vintages included in the drink package? As long as the wine by the glass is under $12 or $13, whatever, depends on your ship, yes, it is. But not all wines are included because some wines are significantly more expensive or not available via the glass. Anna Renee, only have one excursion booked for 5 ports. Should we be okay to just explore 4 ports? Absolutely. That's a lot of touring. You should definitely be okay with that. Let's see here. Jess, what's my favorite non-Oasis class ship? Navigator of the Seas, without a doubt. Debbie, my first Enchantment of the Seas cruise. What's the best thing about Enchantment of the Seas? The Oasis Lagoon. The Oasis Bar is really great on there. The Centrum, hanging out in the Centrum is really nice. The R Bar, check that out. Latoya, what's the best place to eat on Harmony of the Seas? Izumi Hibachi, Sabor. Those are two of my favorites. Soggy Frosted Flakes, would you recommend the Embassy Suites in Miami? Sure, I never stayed there, so I can't recommend or not recommend it. My favorite Miami hotels are the Intercontinental, sorry, I just noticed something there. The Intercontinental, the Doubletree Biscayne Bay. Yeah, those 2 are my favorites. That by far, that's what I recommend right there. There we go. Michael, have I tried the Expedition 270 game in the app? Not yet. Ovation will be my next opportunity to give it a try. Hopefully that'll have the chance to do it there. Carrie, do you have to go ashore on port days? My sister is disabled and wants to stay on board. No, you don't have to go off the ship if you don't want to. No pressure at all. It's great to stay on board the ship, actually, in a lot of cases. So no, you should feel no pressure whatsoever. Tanga Anthony, Cocoa Beach Day Pass went from $71 to $199. Why? Supply and demand. There was too much demand, so they're trying to. Royal Caribbean's a for-profit company. They're trying to maximize their profit, and that is why. It stinks as like a guest. Like I understand that no one in here is excited, unless of course you're like a Royal Caribbean shareholder or you're like Royal Caribbean CEO. Then hey, welcome to my chat. Glad to have you here. But for you and I, it's not great, but it's good for their bottom line. You know, they're a company. I mean, we love Royal Caribbean, right? We love cruising on them. But we also have to remember in the back of our minds, they are a for-profit company. They are here to make a profit. That's their number one goal, just like any company. So you got to understand that. JC Crab, you should make more vlogs. Thank you. We do have I always aspire to have 2 videos a week in addition to this video here. And if you like this Q&A session, well, good news. We do this Tuesday and Saturday. I'm live on Facebook doing all this. And Wednesday and Friday, I do all this again on Periscope. Amanda, Nassau, tips for Nassau traveling with 11-year-old, no Atlantis, please. Hilton, British Colonial Hilton. Get a day pass there, Amanda. You'll like that quite a bit. Is the salmon bake in Juneau a must? I've heard mixed things about that, Ed. Caroline, what do they have at Izumi besides sushi? Which ship, Caroline? Because that's going to depend. Some ships have either hibachi, or they have the hot rocks, which is cooked meat. It's steak, it's chicken. It's fantastic. My wife doesn't eat fish at all. She loves either of those choices. Aaron Bauer, were my seas rough on my Alaska cruise? They were not. Again, doesn't mean it won't be the case for you, but on my cruise it was not. Nathan, does Freedom Class have the refrigerators in the stateroom? Yes. Shay, do they offer any specialty dining in the port? No. Diana, Coco Key, are you allowed to go back on the ship at will? Yes. Cat 40132 on Oasis of the Seas, is it worth it to have a window view over the promenade? If you could save money, I'd go for whichever one's cheaper. Patrick, can you bring 2 750 milliliter wine bottles and 12-pack? It's technically, yes, Patrick. You can bring wine and non-alcoholic beverages. Yes, absolutely. I'm catching up on these questions here. Nicholas, what is the age limit on the Ultimate Abyss? No age limit. It's more about your height and weight. And if your question is, okay, Matt, what are the height and weight limits? I have no idea off the top of my head. But we do have the information over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Kim wants to know, Kim's husband wants to know, does Royal Caribbean sail to Turks and Caicos? No, not really, unfortunately. I think Empress of the Seas may offer some sailings there, but generally not. Daryl the Great, going on Symphony in May. Any good excursions to Puerto Rico and St. Thomas? St. Thomas, go to Megan's Bay. Puerto Rico, don't book an excursion. Just walk off the ship and explore Old San Juan. You don't need an excursion in Old San Juan. Totally, does Facebook have different or more information than the blog or YouTube? Don't have Facebook. We just do different. The answer is no. I mean, we have different Facebook videos like this. This is not a recorded thing I put on Facebook. But otherwise, it's the same. I just share content in there. You know what I mean? John wants to know, what's my favorite food at Coco Key? The crispy chicken sandwich from Snack Shack. Amazing. Amazing. Evan, 62 days till our first cruise on Oasis. Can you leave kids in the Adventure Ocean Teen Club while we eat, and will they be fed? Yes, you can leave them. No, they will not be fed, so feed them before you drop them off. My advice is, we feed my kids. Windjammer opens at 6. Feed them, drop them off, and then my wife and I enjoy dinner on our own. Daisy, what else is there to do at Cocoa Beach in Port Canaveral? You've got NASA Kennedy Space Center. That's a really popular thing right there. You could go over to Orlando. That's a really big draw in Orlando. You've got premium outlets to check out. Disney World, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, lots of stuff over there. Closer to Cocoa Beach, there's also a really popular thing is to do what's it called? Airboat rides. Those are popular as well. Sharon, could you repeat the names of the other 2 excursions that you mentioned in Cozumel? Yes. Nachi Cocom, Nachi Cocom, Nachi Cocom, or El Cosmolino, Cozul, Cozumel with ENO at the end. El Cosmolino, Nachi Cocom. Nicholas, best restaurant on Symphony? Izumi Hibachi. I love that place. Or 150 Central Park. Sagi Frosted Flakes, do you have any Royal Caribbean ships you would recommend sailing out of Galveston? Any of them. Liberty of the Seas, Allure in 2021. Good choices all around. Kiara, best restaurant on Allure? Today, Sabor, and Izumi Hibachi. Meredith, would you say Symphony of the Seas is more expensive cruise, and would you recommend it to people? It is more expensive, Meredith, because it's one of the newest cruise ships in the fleet. And, yeah. Holy moly. What? Lando Calrissian, great name by the way. Thanks for answering with a mega super chat. Woo! Guys, can we get like a clap and thank you to Lando Calrissian for an awesome name and an amazing, I think the biggest super chat I've ever had. Woo! Thanks for answering my question on the podcast regarding name changes on a reservation. Also, I love to surprise my wife by ordering the chocolate-covered strawberries, but she prefers white chocolate. Is there a way to request a change? I don't know that's an option, my friend. What you see, the menu is pretty much set in stone. Your only option, if you're really set on white chocolate or bust, don't pre-book it, get on board the ship, talk to them on board. You might have some luck there. But as far as I know, the menu is kind of what it is. Yeah, Justin Luce says, what a madman! Exactly. A madman indeed. Thank you, Lando Calrissian. That's, by the way, the best name on YouTube I've heard in a while. Jess, is the Izumi Hibachi included with the Ultimate Dining Package on Harmony? It is. Yes, now it is. There are some things that maybe cost a little bit extra, but if you go in there and order off the base hibachi menu, it is included. Alex, can you pay to upgrade your room on Symphony? Sure, call your travel agent. But not on board the ship, no. Because usually, number one, the ship is pretty much sold out anyway, so you got no chance at that. If you want to upgrade, you got to do it before your cruise. Katie Murphy, can I bring pre-packaged diabetic food Liberty of the Seas? Yes, you can. There's no prohibition on bringing your own food on board. Sarah Baker, do they still have lobster in the main dining room on formal nights? They have it on the second formal night. Sarah. Second formal night. Rosewater, can I get cruise models on cruises? Yeah, the little model ships. Like I have, where is it? Where's Harmony? I have Harmony back there. Yeah, they sell them on board the ship. John, is Wonderland kid-friendly? Kids may dine there, absolutely. Ed, what's the best sale Royal Caribbean does on drink packages? You know what, Ed? There isn't like one. I'm like, Ed, you know what? Wait for this sale. I would never tell you that. That's a mistake. What you should do instead, if you know you want the drink package, book it now. Lock in that price. That way, if the price goes up, Ed, you're guarded against it. You're good to go. You're like, hey, man, I already got a lower price. But if the price drops tomorrow, next week, next month, whenever, any point before your cruise, Ed, you can always cancel and rebook with no penalty. Maria, suggestions for Navigator of the Seas? Go to the helipad for sail away. Check out the awesome water slides. They're the only two. It's the only ship on the fleet that has those two water slides on there. And check out also the bamboo room. Really, really cool spot over there. JM, best way to do Southern Caribbean on a cruise ship, obviously. Brent Ferguson, does everybody get the option to royal up? Baby Emma, I am not sure. I generally get. I'm trying to think of my own experience, quite frankly, and I think I've gotten on most cruises. But it's kind of one of those things, dude, where half the problem I think is getting the email than actually whether or not there's an opportunity. You can always check on it. Go to Royal Caribbean's website. There's on their homepage, there is or was a big link for Royal Up. You click on that, you can put in your reservation number and your room, and they can look you up and tell you if there's any opportunity there. Eleanor, what's the first thing I should do once on board Rhapsody? Go to the Windjammer, eat lunch. It's my favorite thing to do over there. Molly, we have the ultimate dining package. Is there a way to schedule all of our reservations at one place? Yes. You don't have to go to every restaurant. Don't do that. You can go. Number one, you can go to any restaurant. They can book you any other restaurant. Number two, there are people walking around from the specialty restaurants. They can take your reservations there as well. And in addition to all that, there's usually a kiosk somewhere where they'll take reservations. Go to the dining room on embarkation day. They can hook you up. Shelly says, I just canceled and rebooked the refreshment drink package. It was an easy phone call. It's even easier if you do it on the website because it's quicker. Mitchell, is the beverage package worth it? If you drink enough every day of your cruise, absolutely, positively, yes. Excuse me. What's the difference between Voyager and Freedom? Freedom class ships are a bigger, they're longer, essentially. Beyond that, it really depends on the ship because these days, the different vessels are have different features on them. It used to be like a lot easier to tell you the differences, but at the very least, a Freedom class ship is a longer version of a Voyager class ship. Justin, can you take home your little cup trinkets from the ships? Yeah, souvenir cups? Absolutely. Absolutely. Daryl the Great, gonna try a Quantum class ship on my next cruise. In your opinion, which ship would you recommend? Anthem of the Seas. Can't go wrong with Anthem. Ovation's great too. Lawrence, when you were solo, did you eat in the main dining room? I did, Lawrence. The reason being, actually, I had friends of mine who I didn't, when I booked the cruise, I didn't know anyone was on there. After I booked it, some Royal Caribbean blog insiders alerted me they were on that sailing, so I dined with them. Meredith, what's the best cruise take for a good budget? Ooh, I like the Voyager class. Mariner, Navigator, any of the Voyager class ships, fantastic value. Freedom class ships, also good value. Alan Agor is here. Does fishing ships work like portside barbecue for unlimited dining package with a set amount of credit? Yes, I believe so. I believe so, my friend. Justin, does Royal Caribbean blog endorse any MEI travel agent specifically? They're all great, Justin. They're all fantastic. There's not one to be like, oh, Justin, don't use those. They're all great. You're not making any kind of mistakes without them. Monty Love is here. Where did you go to get on the waiting list for the Cocoa Beach Club? I went to the Shore Excursion desk. Julian, what's a good hotel to stay in the Rome port? I can't pronounce the name. But maybe someone in our chat can recommend Siva. I can't ever pronounce that name of that town. But you guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys have a good recommendation for a hotel in near Rome, please let the chat know. Jason Peterson. Let's see here. Molly Vines says, Wonderland a full dinner? Yes. No, it's a lot of food because you get a lot of courses there. Not to worry, you are not leaving there hungry. Is vintages included the drink package? Makina wants to know. Makina? Yes, provided the wine you get from vintages is served by the glass. or available by the glass, and is less than $12 or $13 per glass, assuming, of course, it depends on the ship you're on. But yes, absolutely. Brent recommends the Marriott in Rome. Not that you're biased or anything by Marriott. Oh, baby Emma. Daisy wants to know, did I ever ride the Ultimate Abyss down to Central Park? It doesn't go to Central Park, it goes to the boardwalk. But I have, yes. Jess with another question. I'm staying in the boardwalk balcony and selected to keep the eat, drink, discover perks. And I would like to upgrade the soda package to refreshment package. You can't do it. You can't upgrade a free drink package, Jess. If you want to upgrade, you just got to buy it outright. There is no upgrade opportunity for a free one. 12th man, do you have any suggestions how to adjust going from Allure to Brilliance with some reservations about going on a smaller ship? When you say that, 12th man, are you mean like the transition, like not like an actual reservation, like you're just having thoughts about it? Just understand what the ship offers, what it doesn't offer. You'll love it, my friend. It's different, but it's still fun. Tony Diaz, what's going on, Tony? 116 till Ovation, 195 till Oasis. See you in Alaska, just when you thought you had enough of me. Tony, my friend, I can't wait to cruise with you. Hashtag sorry, Tony. What are the tiny ships like? It's funny you guys think they're tiny. I mean, they're still massive ships, especially compared to, maybe 20 years ago or so. But they're just different. I mean, obviously you don't have, all the overwhelming amount of things to do on board those smaller ships, but they make up for it in style. They still have great entertainment on there, good dining, great service. Shouldn't worry about it at all. Michael Pros, do you or someone know if the soda machines are on Oasis have Powerade Zero? I don't know definitively, my friend. I would hate to say yes. I think the answer is yes, but I'm not 100% sure. Have I ever been to New Jersey? I've been to New Jersey. Yes, Sandy. Liz Taylor is here. Wow. I don't know if she's still alive, but welcome. Looking at Empress of the Seas, have you been on that ship that old? What are your thoughts? When it comes to Empress of the Seas, same for Majesty. You got to understand, it's a smaller ship. There's not as much to do on there. It does still offer a great time. Don't get me wrong. Size is not everything, right? Zip lines are not everything. But it's a classic cruise experience. You're hanging out by the pool. You're just chilling out. That's great. Woo! Another super chat. 12th man proud. 12th man, to quote Justin Liu, you are a madman. You and Lando Calrissian. My goodness. Round of applause in the chat for 12th man, because they both have spoiled me rotten, my friends. My goodness. I don't deserve this, but wow. Wowie, wow, wow. Thank you so much. I guess we're keeping the stream going for a couple more minutes. Roz, I need a better hotel recommendation for flying to Newark, New Jersey and Bayonne Cruiseport. Roz, this is what I do. Pick a hotel that's in the Newark airport. It's not DoubleTree. There's a Marriott in the airport itself. I've stayed there. That's fantastic. But any of those business hotels at the airport, there's not a DoubleTree. What was it? It was like a Staybridge Suites or something like that. That was great as well. What I would do is go to Priceline. I do an express deal, and I would limit it to the Newark airport area. Not Newark the city, Newark airport. Mechanic going on Symphony in May. At Coco Key, do they serve dinner? No, you're not there long enough for dinner. So departure 7 p.m. No, so there is no dinner. No, right around 3 o'clock it all kind of shuts down food-wise. Conference King, what is the new Insider, and how is it different than the weekly blog? The Insider program, Conference King, I'm not sure what I know what you're referring to, but I don't know which comment you're referring to. On Sundays, there is a special broadcast just for top tier insiders. Those people that are Royal Caribbean Blog insiders. I gotta back up. Royal Caribbean Blog Insiders program is a way you can donate to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. These, obviously, the super chat is amazing, but we have a monthly donation way you can support RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. If you go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com/support, you can find more information about that over there. And there's different tiers you can donate at. For our top tier, $25 or more a month, you get access to a exclusive live broadcast every Sunday. Just you guys. There's usually like 4 or 5 people in there, and I just chat with you guys on there, one-on-one. Benji, does the unlimited package include lunch on port days? Yes. No, sorry, let me take that back. Here's the bottom line. If the restaurant is open, it does. Let's put it that way. But generally speaking, especially restaurants are not open on port days. J Crab, are there any movies filmed on Royal Caribbean ships? Yes, there's a couple. Like Father's the most noticeable one. There's some other ones that are not great. Kiara, is laundry included with Sky Class on Allure? No. Lando Calribbon, would you recommend starting at the fort and walking your way back through Puerto Rico as opposed to a booking excursion? Yes and yes. That's the way to do it. There's a complimentary trolley that'll take you from where your cruise ship docks up to the forts. All it does is goes back and forth. But the reason why you want to start at the fort is, number one, there's a lot of walking there. But number two, the forts are on the top of the hill. San Juan is built on a hill, and so if you start at the top with the forts, then you're literally walking downhill from there, and you're good to go. So yes, absolutely. Vornado, do you think Freedom of the Seas will be available on the Royal Caribbean app soon? Yes, I think as soon as it returns to service, I believe it will be available via the app. Do I hang out with my girls? My kids? Absolutely. Charles, is there a time limit for leaving your kids in daycare? The kids can stay. There are posted hours. Generally, on the sea day, Adventure Ocean is open from 9 a.m. to noon. Then they take a break. 2 to 5, then take a break. 7 p.m. to 10, that's all complimentary. From 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., there is an hourly charge. Jaco, is it just you at Royal Caribbean Blog? Just me. My kids sometimes annoy me, but no, it's just me. It's just my little baby. 12th man, send me a message, my friend. I definitely been doing it every Sunday, so send me a message. Adam Seamus, what's the best strategy to use if you have the dining plan to make reservations, especially restaurants, when you first board the ship? My advice, Adam, look for one of those guys who as soon as you get on board the ship, I will bet you'll run into some crew member who in a specialty restaurant uniform with a menu, they can book it for you. There's also, you go to the main dining room, there's usually a little kiosk over there for making, like a one-stop shop for making reservations. If all else fails, you can go to any specialty restaurant and they can book you not only that restaurant, but any other restaurant in addition to that. Excuse me. McKenna, where's the best karaoke spot on Symphony of the Seas? The On Air Club. That's on the promenade. Alex Marinelli, sorry, Alex. Is Johnny Rockets complimentary on Symphony of the Seas? No. For breakfast it is, but for lunch and dinner it is not complimentary. It does have additional cost to it. Nicholas, what's the best time to book excursions? As soon as you can, because you know what? They really do sell out these days. Noah, how's the boarding process at Port Canaveral 19 Days Till Mariner? Super easy, fantastic. Get expedited arrival. To get expedited arrival at Port Canaveral on Mariner of the Seas, step 1, download the Royal Caribbean app on your phone. Step 2, do the online check-in, where you will upload a photo. You will scan your passport, not manually scan your passport, and then enter all your information, answer all those questions. You'll get expedited arrival every time. Aviation tutorials, my time versus traditional. I think it's what you're asking. I do traditional. I prefer traditional, but I'm an old school cruiser like that. I don't think they both have their advantages and disadvantages. It's really up to you what you prefer more. Nicholas, can you ask for hair products other than the shampoo provided? No. If you stay in a suite, you can get upgraded toiletries automatically, but otherwise, that's it. Or you can bring your own also, don't forget. Daisy, best spot on Oasis of the Seas to relax. Ooh, Solarium. Can't go wrong there. Meredith, is Royal Caribbean and Perfect Day Cookie merchandise expensive? It's not cheap. I wouldn't say it's expensive. It's just not cheap. That's all. Time for another question or two, guys, and then I got to run out of here. This has been fantastic, though. My goodness. A banner day here for YouTube Live. Let me see if I catch up here. Brandon Chandler wants to know, how am I enjoying the new cruise terminal in Miami? Terminal A is the gold standard for cruise terminals now, without a doubt. Aiden, I'm going on a cruise to the Bahamas in June. Is Jamie's complimentary? It is not. What time do I have to be at the port? I'd recommend getting to the port before 11:30 a.m. That'd be my recommendation. Torres Family Adventures, first time leaving through Port of Miami is the same as Port Canaveral. Nowadays, it's very similar, but it's even easier, if you can believe that. It's a brand new terminal in Miami. Shano, how is the weather like in Miami during October? In October, it will be hot. It'll be humid. There will likely be a thunderstorm in the afternoon, but don't worry about it. It's usually short-lived. J Crab, should I get a WoW band when I go on Liberty in April? You can't. There are no WoW bands on Liberty of the Seas. Jess, can WoW bands be used to get on and off the ship? No, you need your SeaPass card for that one. McKenna, are WoW bands worth it? I think they are. $5? Yes, I do. Chris, first cruise on Independence Seas. Any tips? Brother, I just posted today at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Top 8 tips for first-time cruisers. Check out that post right over there. Guys, on that note, I got actually one more question I got to answer from Rebecca Gill. I apologize if you already said this. I joined mid-question, but it's all good, Rebecca. Do you know what's happening on Spectrum at the moment? Nope, it's cruising. I mean, obviously with the coronavirus stuff, there's obviously a lot of cancellations there, but it's one of the situations where we're waiting to see more as it develops there. So, guys, I apologize. That's all the time I got for today. Thank you so much for the generosity. Big shout-outs, 12th Man Proud, Tony Diaz, Lando Calrissian, Jane Butcher, MJ, Travis Kistner, and MJ and 12th Man again, thank you again, Kim Oakland, Justin Wisher, and Shauna Lee. Guys, thank you so much for your generosity, especially 12th Man and Lando Calrissian. You guys, my goodness, I don't deserve that, but thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you to all of you guys for hanging out with me here on YouTube. If you enjoy this, if you say, my goodness, I love this kind of stuff, check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. There's plenty more waiting for you over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. So check that out. Until next time, guys, my name is Matt, and we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Good night, everybody.